In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on April 26, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Houston Astros versus Tampa Bay Rays. The Houston Astros and the Tampa Bay Rays meet Wednesday in MLB action from Tropicana Field. This will be the finale in a 3-game series. Tampa Bay secured a 5-run win in the opener. Then in Game 2, Houston returned the favor with a 5-run win of their own. Brown does need a bounce-back effort in the start, though. He's coming off 4.2 innings with 4 earned on 7 hits and 2 walks in Atlanta during a no decision. Prior to that, however, Brown had 0 earned over 14 innings across 2 starts. In Tuesday's game, Houston got a very nice start out of Garcia, and the bullpen allowed just 2 hits with no walks in the remaining 3 innings. The Astros will need another good pitching performance to put this one away, and I think they've got a good shot at it. So the Houston Astros money line is our full game side pick. Houston has gone over the total in 15 of their first 23 games, with 1 push entering Tuesday's action. The Astros are 8th in the majors by averaging 5.04 runs per game this season. That number bumps to 5.2 runs per game on the road. Houston has an average total of 9.13 runs per game this season, and the number barely moves on the road, as their average road tilt has an average of 9.1 runs per contest. Tampa Bay entered Sunday having seen the over post a 13-7-3 mark on the year. The Rays are first in the majors as they put up an average of 6.83 runs per game, though that number does climb to 7.29 runs per game as the home team. Tampa Bay has an average total of 9.61 runs per game entering Tuesday, though that number does bump up to 9.72 runs per game as the home team. We saw 11 runs in the opening game of this series, and with Faucher's issues as a starter in his 2 outings this year, look for this game to wind up past the total number. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Washington Nationals versus New York Mets. On Wednesday, the Washington Nationals play the middle game of a 3-game set in the Big Apple at Citi Field against National League East rival the New York Mets. Both Washington and New York were idle on Monday before opening their 3-game set Tuesday night. Washington was defeated by the Minnesota Twins 3-1 on Sunday and has lost 7 of the last 10. New York was defeated by the San Francisco Giants 5-4 on Sunday and has lost 2 straight, but is just 1 game behind first-place Atlanta. The Nationals are 7-15 in their last 22 road games and 33-73 in their last 106 overall. The Mets are 13-3 in their last 16 Wednesday games and 8-3 in their last 11 overall. The under is 4-1 in Nationals' last 5 overall. The under is 4-1 in Mets' last 5 home games. The Nationals are 7-22 in the last 29 meetings in New York and 8-22 in the last 30 meetings. Game 2 of this series will see a great pitching matchup, as both Gore and Senga have been solid this season. But the difference will be the bats, as Washington has struggled offensively to get key hits and big runs. Senga, meanwhile, pitched well in his first start at home, which was a good sign for the future of Senga. With Citi Field being a pitcher's park, that will also be harder for Washington to get on base and get runs across the plate. When the bullpens come in, New York will take advantage and get a big home run or hit, as the Mets are averaging 4.66 runs per game at home, which should be enough against this Nationals offense. So the New York Mets money line is our full game side pick. Homers are hard to hit, while Washington's bats struggle to get many runs, and we saw Senga have success at Citi Field already. New York is 12-10-1 in hitting the under, while Washington is 10-9-2 in hitting the under. At home, the Mets games have also gone 4-2 in hitting the under. As well, as mentioned, New York is averaging just 4.66 runs per game at home, while Washington is averaging 4.5 runs per game on the road. Yet, with these two starters, I expect that to be less than usual. Finally, in the Nationals' last 7 games, their games are averaging 7.2 runs per game, while New York's last 7 games are averaging 9.5, but that is against better offensive teams than Washington. Washington has seen the total finish under in 4 of its last 5, as well as in for the last 6 played on the road. New York has had the total finish under in 4 of its last 5 played at home and in 5 of the last 8 when facing a starting pitcher with a WHIP of higher than 1.3. Washington has scored just 76 runs this season for an average of only 3.62 runs per game. With 2 really good starters on the mound, I like a low-scoring affair in this matchup, especially with the game at Citi Field. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Miami Marlins versus Atlanta Braves. The Miami Marlins and Atlanta Braves face off on Wednesday in an MLB showdown at Truist Park. On Tuesday, it was the Braves that were able to secure the 7-4 victory. Elder has a career 2.78 earned run average against Miami and a 1.69 earned run average while playing them at home. During the 2022 season, Miami batted only .213 with 28 runs scored in 9 games at Truist Park. Miami was below .500 on the road last season, and they won only 3 of 9 games played at Truist Park. The Marlins were shut out in the first game of the current series on Monday. Miami's pitching staff had a 4.88 earned run average on the road against Atlanta in 2022. Prior to getting swept by Houston this weekend, the Braves had won 6 straight games against the spread. Atlanta had one of the major league's better home records last season, winning 55 times in 81 tries. Conversely, the Marlins struggled on the road, going 69-93 away from their home stadium last season. The stats and trends support the Braves' victory against the Marlins on Tuesday, so the Atlanta Braves money line is our full game side pick. If I saw Sandy Alcantara at plus odds last year, I probably would have taken it without a second thought. His dominant season led to a well-deserved National League Cy Young Award too. However, Alcantara is off to the worst start of his 7-year career this season. His strikeout rate is down, his xBA has skyrocketed, and his ground ball rate has plummeted. It feels weird to say this, but Alcantara has been hittable. The ace has allowed at least 3 runs in 3 starts besides 1 complete game shutout against the Twins when he showed flashes of his 2022 self. I'm not ready to completely jump ship on Alcantara just yet though, because his lower expected earned run average and FIP indicate that he has been the victim of some bad luck. It's also important to consider his 2.86 earned run average in 3 starts against the Braves last season, so this is a lineup he's familiar with. Bryce Elder has been one of the most consistent arms in the Atlanta rotation this year. His 1.14 earned run average and 1.18 WHIP have exceeded all expectations so far, and he's coming off a stellar performance against the Astros last week. He did not allow an earned run in that outing, which was the 3rd time in 4 outings he's done that. For his 5th start of the season, Elder will face a Miami lineup that ranks 29th in runs per game and has been terrible at situational hitting. Although the Marlins rank middle of the pack in team batting average, their below-average run production signals an inability to move runners over. The under was 9-3 in Miami's last 12 games before Tuesday's contest, and I'm willing to back that trend in this National League East clash. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.